Good morning, everybody. Nick from Meat Smoke Fire here. Breezy, Storm Arwen. It's actually not too bad here. So anyway, let us know that you can hear us all right. We've got some new microphones today because it's windy. So we thought we'd spend some money and make the sound better. I've got one. Andy hasn't got one, but Helena has. So you should be able to hear the questions. If I'm too loud and cutting out, can somebody put comments on and tell me? Because I can turn them down a bit. I just know that I'm quite loud. Anyway, Black Friday week. Obviously, Big Green Egg don't do Black Friday. But you've all been buying eggs this week, which is great. Love it. Thank you very much. We have sold 5 MiniMaxes this week, as well as another egg or another 2 eggs. So that is epic. So, in light of that, I thought this week, 3 cooks, all on the MiniMaxes. So we've lined all 3 up. I need to put these on. Just a sec. I'll tell you what's going on in a minute. But yeah, 3 MiniMaxes, and we're going to do all 3 cooks on the MiniMax. So it should be a bit of fun. Just making sure all the temps are all right, and there are. So now let's show you what's going on. So, on camera today, hat, gloves, coat, fire, the RB73, hopefully it's warming up a little bit. We've got the roof shut because it is raining, we've got the lights on. Thank you, Garden House Design, for coming and fixing the lights. Yeah, we blew a transformer earlier, and so we haven't had lights for a couple of weeks, but we've got them back on, ready for show. We've got Helena next to the fire. Is it warm? Can you feel it?
Yeah, I can.
We've got her here in her gloves, her coat, her mic, on the iPad, so she'll be doing the questions. So back to Andy. And a special guest. She's not at the bar, but I don't know if you can see her. She is indoors watching with a glass of pop. We're fine. Yeah, Mama is here. Right, there you go, Andy. Sorry, that was handed back really badly there.
Yeah, that's not my camera work.
Right. So, people commented that they can hear us. Yeah. I assume so. Perfect. Good. And tell us if it's really windy or not. You know, normally when it's windy, we have to put a sock over the camera. We've got these fluffy things, so hopefully they're working. Right. 3 cooks. We did a mac and cheese during the week.
Love mac and cheese.
We're not doing it today.
Oh, rude.
We'll do it another day. So we did it in the Bricknick that we used last week for the tartiflette, which was stunning. So we're not doing mac and cheese. We are going to do, being so cold and so on, we're going to continue that French theme a little bit. We're going to do, on this egg, a French onion soup. So you saw a minute ago, I have already, and I'm just going to warm them back up, started frying down some onions. There are 4 onions chopped in there. I fried them down earlier. I took them off because they were nearly done. I'm going to give them another couple of minutes on this egg. It's set at about 180. I'm going to open it up a little bit because it's just chilled down. So set with a direct heat. We're using the Tefal Ingenio pans, which I think are still on special offer or on sale. They were half price. So yeah, under half price, even better. Andy, you didn't want to know that. Andy has a set.
I've got a set.
Yeah. Hopefully you can hear Andy because she'll have to pick up from our mics as well. So we're going to do French onion soup on there. On here, and we did it during the week. We've got this egg set up with a baking stone and the convector, the stainless steel grid, the baking stone, and it's set about 180 degrees. I did it slightly hotter during the week.
I think you might need to turn your mic down.
I'm going to turn me down. Hang on then. Okay. I haven't got my glasses on.
I don't know what gain means. What does mic gain mean?
Hang on.
You've got your finger, thumb.
There we go. Is that any better? No, I'm going to go one more. There we go. So hopefully I'm not too loud now. Let us know if that's better. We know how to do this. Yeah, sorry if my finger and thumb were in the thing, but the little receiver's stuck on the back of the phone. So on this egg, we are going to do these beautiful blueberry pies. And I've already made some because I need to get them on. So let me show you. Here's some I made earlier. Try not to drop them. So I'm going to put them on so you can see them cook. They should be ready before the end. Whoa, nearly dropped them.
Oh, now we've got...
So there we go. What have you got? So we're going to pop those in, and then we'll make another one so you can see how they're done, but those can start baking. So about 180 degrees. During the week I did them at 200. It just started to catch the bottoms. Right, so that's those on. So I'll show you how to make those. We are going to do the French onion soup and some chicken yakitori skewers. So what I'll do, I can see me cutting out. I'll move it a little bit further away from my mouth. Anyway, right, that's better. So we will start with making the blueberry pie while that onion just gets up to temperature. So in our blueberry pie, and I've left, oh no, it's there. We have in here, in the mix, so I've already rolled some pastry out, I've got them in little tins, I've got some blueberries. We mixed it with, and today we've got some of our Rumtopf in there, which is our, we're trying it today, but it didn't have it the other day, which is our fruit that we've basically chucked in with booze and sugars and all of that stuff. But basically into the blueberries we've added a little bit of cornstarch, corn flour, some cinnamon, some allspice, the zest of a lemon or half a lemon, some sugar, some water, and today we put a little bit of Rumtopf. I might be wrong on the water, no water, don't know why I said that. So that's what's gone into the blueberry, so we put those in there. Now we've got this great technique of putting the lids on. So hopefully at home you've all got a rolling pin and you can roll out your pastry. What you might not have, and you definitely need, and I don't sell them, is one of these, ready for your Christmas dinner. This is a pastry cutter. So basically you're going to do it on the flat bit of the board, pop it on, hold one end, pop it on, and just roll it nice and hard like that. And what you might be able to see is it's got some like zigzags in here. Now this might, it's frozen solid out here, but we'll get there. I'm just going to take the edges off because we don't need those. And what you should be able to see is this will just pull apart to make that, it is a bit frozen, to make that lovely lattice. God, it's cold out here. Makes a beautiful lattice like those other pies. So I'm just going to chop an end off. Now this one might not be perfect because it doesn't matter, but you get the idea. But this is one of those, it's a lattice for making the pastry that goes over your beef Wellington that you've all been asking for. So we make a lovely beautiful lattice. We've got our pie here. We're going to put a bit of egg wash around the outside just to make it sticky. On here, like that. Oh, I need that in a minute. And then we'll put this beautiful piece on the top, which I've cut to perfection, obviously. He's making that bit up. You can tell it's cold out. I can hardly move my hands. Right, not the prettiest, but you get the idea. And then I'm just going to put a piece of extra piece on there. We're going to put some egg wash over the top. And a sprinkle of sugar, which is over there, which is not, it's down here. So a sprinkle of brown sugar. Just over the top. And that is another pie. Not as beautiful as the three that we've already made because we knew it was going to be cold and knew it was going to be difficult, but another pie that we can make. Right, so that's our blueberry pie. The recipe for that will be on the web. I haven't done it yet. It's based on a BBC Good Food one, so if you want to have a look, find that. I'm just going to turn this egg up. You can see it's just dropped down a bit. We've got cold things in there. Do want to make sure it cooks today. Right. Let's have a look at our French onions. So these are now cooking away nicely. It's a direct heat. So to these I'm going to add some flour. So I've got a tablespoon of plain flour. That's going to go in and we're going to cook that off. Sorry Andy, covered you in plain, it's so windy. So we're going to cook that off.
The first time you chucked flour at me, to be fair.
Oh no, there's a good picture, isn't there? It's about 5 years ago. We were making pizzas and I just flicked it all over her in the kitchen. She was covered. Right, I'm going to leave that for about 5 minutes. And that'll start cooking down. Oh, look at that. Just want that flour to cook a bit so it's not too pasty. Okay. So while that's going, I'll show you what else we've got. We've got a sourdough loaf here. And we're going to cut that into strips. And we'll then toast those. And then they'll sit on top of the soup. We're going to put some cheese on them. We'll melt the cheese on them. We'll melt cheese on the soup. It will be epic. Made by my own fair hand. We've got beef stock. The beef stock is going to go in with the onions. That's what makes this a French onion soup. You make it with beef stock. So that's going to go in. We've got some wine.
Nice.
A little bit of white wine to go in there. And then a whole stack of Comté cheese. So you've got to get the cheese in there, you've got to melt it through. It's got to be, when you go in with your spoon, you want it to come out, it's all like stringy and beautiful. So we're going to put those in. So that's what we're going to do next. Right. On this egg. Sorry, Andy.
Yeah.
I need to find the other handle, which I've got somewhere, or not. Take this one. I thought, oh, there it is. On this egg, I'm just going to warm up. I've got a yakitori sauce in here. So we're going to make yakitori skewers. And so I'm just going to warm this up because we want to, it's gone a bit cold. So it's going to be really difficult to baste our chicken with that. So I'm just going to chuck it directly on the charcoal in the pan. I've got this egg set up with, you'll see, with the LetzQ. We're going to spin some skewers today. We're going to use the not the tandoor ring, that's the one that goes in the top. That doesn't fit the MiniMax, so on the MiniMax we're going to do it by doing them horizontally. So let me show you how we make those. Oh, God, it's cold. Any questions, Helena?
Not yet.
Who's on?
Why are we doing this? There's a question.
Franco's on, Mary's on, Martin's on, Steve from Churchwood Fisheries.
Morning,
Big Green
Steve.
Egg
Morning, Mary.
Cow,
Morning, Martin. Morning, Franco. Sorry, who was that last one that I talked
Big
over?
Green Egg Cow.
Morning, Big Green Egg Cow.
Bob's Barbecue, Al, Nigel Rashers Smith, Karen,
Jeez.
Steve WG, Tanya Beggs, Big
Morning,
Jeff's
Steve WG. We haven't seen you in a while.
Big Jeff's Barbecue, Phil Nurse.
Morning, Phil.
Let it
Thank
be-
you for your advice this week. I do need to talk to you. I have broken my light switches.
Let It Be Meat, who else? Sue Stoneman,
Morning,
Darren
Sue.
Churchill, Andy Huddleston, Luncheon Munchin.
Morning, Simon. Lunch
who's
and Munchin.
doing
How?
much better.
Hooray!
And coughing less and walking more, so that's
Excellent.
good.
Oh, that's good news. That's
Mr.
really good news.
White is on from Devon.
Morning, Paul White in Devon. I thought you were away this weekend, or are you back home now? He was away last night, staying in this incredible, or maybe it was the night before, tree house. So I saw that on Facebook. No kids, I take it. Tree house in Devon in this weather.
Yeah, but the day they went was lovely.
Yeah, no, to be fair, about an hour and a half ago, there was zero wind here and the sun was out.
Yep.
But it's not raining at the moment.
Jane Bleakley's on, Tim
Morning,
Martin.
Jane. Oh, and by the way, last week
Vicky
I think I
Mumford.
said, when we were frying the tartiflette, I think I said it was Jeanette's idea. It wasn't, it was Julie Curson. I got the people mixed up. And I just thought about that last night, so I thought I'd better say. But so Julie recommended frying the potatoes when you made the tartiflette. I didn't like it. I preferred it not fried. But that's the way we are. Right. So we're going to make some chicken yakitori skewers, and we'll get those on. I have in here some just chicken thigh. So I'm going to take, I've cut each chicken thigh, I deboned them this morning, and then cut them into 3. So you get 3 sort of strips like that length. So basically all I'm going to do, take one of our skewers, put it through, try not to put it through your hand as you do it, and just feed it on. So I'm going to feed one of those, for the MiniMax, I'm just going to feed one of those on. I'm going to feed a piece of spring onion. So I've cut spring onion into about 1/3. So we're going with a bit of spring onion. Got a bit of wiggly chicken there. We'll tuck that away. Then another piece of chicken, another piece of spring onion, and because this is so exciting, watching me do this, yeah, thanks Andy. I've got some over here, and I'll bring them over. Here's some I've made earlier. Right, so let's get those out of the way.
Nice.
Now, let's go and see how our sauce is doing. I just want this to be warming through. A little bit more. It's getting there though. These pans are great, just being able to chuck them straight on charcoal, anything you want. So what we're going to do with these, while that sauce heats up, let me move that out of the way. I've got another tin. Because I am so messy, I'm going to put these in like this. And in a second, we're going to baste them. So I have my basting brush over here. I'll give this sauce another stir. Oh, it's getting breezy now. I wonder what this storm was all about last night, because everyone was saying, oh, it's, you know, we've had nothing until about an hour ago. I reckon we can get away with that.
So, I've just said
Yeah.
we're thinking of doing wings next week.
Oh, yes.
Martin Hawkins has just said pig's wings are a thing now. Do you know what they are?
No.
No, I don't. Franco said, are
Oh.
they the ears? So I don't know. But I'm waiting to find out, otherwise we need to do a little bit of research.
Pig's wings.
Yes.
Our pigs didn't have wings. That would have been a disaster. They'd have escaped. I know pigs are supposed, you know. I've never heard of that. Right, we're going to take some of this and each of our skewers. Now, obviously, once you've done this with the sauce, you can't use it for anything else because it's touched raw chicken. Oh, that one's spinning around on its own. That's not a good sign. Anyway, it'll be fine. So I'm going to baste all of these up. Now, we're going to use the LetzQ, and I've got the Weber skewer holders. So these are Weber skewers. When you buy them, they come in, and I don't sell them, they come in packs, and they come with two lengths of skewers, one for the large and one for the MiniMax. I don't think that's Weber's, actually what they want them to do, since they're trying to sell you a barbecue, but they fit perfectly onto the LetzQs on those two eggs. So halfway through, we're going to baste them again. So let's get these in. Need to go and turn that flour. Give that a little zhuzh, as we call it. Let's get these done. Oh, sorry, my nose is running there. It's cold. Who are these mad people doing live cooks outside in the middle of the winter? Tell you what, it's so much better this year than it was last year.
Oh yeah.
Having the roof. Oh, it's transformed what we can do.
Okay, so Mary Pemberton says pig's wings are similar to lamb shanks. They are hind quarter shanks.
Okay. We've got some of those. I think we might have cooked them. Who knows? Right, let's give this a stir. Oh, we're looking good. So our flour should have cooked down nicely now. So in here, basically just caramelised onions, a bit of flour. I'm going to chuck in my wine to deglaze the pan a little bit. Going in. Now the flour is going to thicken this soup, but not too much. I want all those gnarly bits that are on the bottom of the pan. I want those to come off. So get in there with your spoon, give them a good zhuzh. Take that off because you want all that flavour in. This pan is nearly clean on the bottom now. Beautiful. Right, and now we want to go in with 750 millilitres, which I'm totally going to guess, as usual. Look at that, I did even bring some scissors out, of beef stock. So since this pack is 450, we want one of those, and a bit more. Can you pin that down somewhere? Or I'll put it in the bin in a second.
Yeah, I can do that. So can you do a recap of the, I was going to say teriyaki, but it's not, is it? Yakitori.
Yakitori, yes, I'll do a recap of what's in there.
Sauce.
Sauce,
Sorry.
yeah, I'm going to tell you that. I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
So, recap, we're going to tell you how to make it.
Okay, sorry.
The reason I've There we go. Soup's on, in, going. Now we want about 20 minutes on that just to warm it through, bring it up to temperature. So let's finish basting these. Let's get them on, and then I'll tell you how we made the sauce, because we made that this morning, but it does need to boil down a bit. Right, this is where it's going to get really messy, and I didn't bring anything. So with these skewers, they go through a hole at the one end and then they clip in. Simple as. Hole at one end, clip in. Now, on the Weber one, they've got 2 holes. Can you see either side of that slot? There's 2 holes. It's so that when at half time you can actually turn them round if you want.
That's clever.
Whether we do that or not is another thing. Ooh, that one's gone a bit. It's all right. They're going to fly around inside our egg. Now, the key to this, when you're doing it on your egg, is to before you put all the skewers on, is just set this up so it's the right distance. And I'll show you why. I've got this about 180 degrees. We're going in. What you need to make sure is that these skewers clear, and I could move them up a tiny bit, but clear the band. And I could change this a little bit, which I might do now, because it could go a little bit further. So I'm just going to take it out. Just want to budge it a bit, because I tightened it up. But take your spanner, undo it, and just move it up a tiny bit and tighten it back up again. And that should be enough. Hopefully I haven't moved it too far that it's now catching on the other end. I think we are perfect. So those are now just going to spin around. So they'll spin around for the rest of the cook. Lush. It's about 180 degrees. I'm just going to wash my hands. And then I'll show you how we made the yakitori. Oh, this is going to be cold. Oh.
Have you got a tea towel?
It's not frozen. No, not got a tea towel. Got a pair of jeans, coat. Right. Let's get some of these bits out of the way. Oh, couldn't you go and grab just a set of wipes, please? So yakitori sauce. Let me bring these things over. I can show you what we did. So did it in the Tefal pan. So you need 2/3 of a cup. This was American recipe. So 2/3 of a cup of soy sauce. So this is curcumin, so proper Japanese soy. You need 2 tablespoons of mirin. You need 2/3 of a cup of water. You need 2 tablespoons of, no, it's 1/3 of a cup of water, I got that wrong. You need 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, some ginger and a clove of garlic, just all mashed up, 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar, and you put it all in together and then just mix it up, heat it up, and as it heats up it will thicken. And cornstarch. I used that as well. I used it over there, that's why it's over there. But 5 teaspoons of cornstarch. Put that in there. It'll start to thicken up, and then it'll start to reduce. So that's why I didn't do it in the show, because it takes about 25-30 minutes. It will reduce down, and you get this lovely, thick, gooey, shiny. Hopefully you can see that sauce. And it's sweet from the brown sugar. It's sour from the rice wine vinegar. It's sweet as well from the mirin. You've got your garlic in there, and it's salty because of the soy sauce. So it's those 3 things that you really need. Right, let's clean this board, and then we'll have a look at where we're at.
I think next week we're doing wings.
Yeah.
A lot of love for wings.
A lot of love for wings. Okay, so we're going to do wings in several different ways. So we'll do some roasted, we'll do some spun, we'll do some deep fried. Oh, the deep fried ones that we did a couple of weeks ago. Helena's not had them yet. I don't think you've had them either, Andy.
No.
Well, obviously not if Helena
She's
hasn't.
not a massive fan of wings though.
Are you not?
Oh no, I'm not coming next week now.
Oh,
Take it.
oh. Well, we'll do something else for you, Andy. You need to try these wings. They are just epic. So let me just pop these things in. Right, let's have a recap of where we're at. Oh,
So I think after wings, that only leaves 2 more cooks before Christmas.
So tell us what we want. Right,
So
in
someone
here.
said game.
Game.
Oh,
Yeah.
duck.
Duck. So you could do these skewers with duck. So yakitori means skewers, basically. Traditionally in Japan they do these, but with all different cuts. Now I'm doing it with thigh because I really like thigh. It's much more moist. You could do it with breast. They'll do it with the innards. They'll do it with all the other bits and bobs of the chicken. They do it with just the skin. So you could just, if you peeled the skin off the thighs, you could try it with just the skin. Those would go really lovely and crispy. So all sorts of different ways of doing it. I'm just turning it up a bit, just so that we get them done by the end of the cook. Left my thermopen inside. I'm having a bad week this week.
Do you want a thermopen?
In a bit. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on it. I'm on it. You're welcome.
Don't make any bad sounds because you've got the microphone on.
Oh yeah, well, they're cussing you now.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah, she goes to the loo. No. Anyway. Oh, look. So, our pies, they're starting to bubble inside. They're starting to brown up.
Oh, look at those
They're starting
bad
to pull
boys.
away from the edges. They've shrunk in. They're looking good. So, I might move. We've obviously got... I'm just going to move them round a bit. What you'll find is you might have a hot spot. On the MiniMax, because the pizza stone or the baking stone is really close to the convector, it gets quite hot. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It can get quite hot in places, so just move things around. On the larger, on the bigger eggs, it's a lot easier to do that. So, but yeah, they're looking good. Right, let's have a look at our soup. Heating up nicely. Now, I wonder if we can get our toasty bits around the outside. I bet we can. Oh, look at that. I'm just going to budge that up and see, if I shut the lid, that clears. We can do our toast there. So let's get some toast done. Right. Our sourdough, it's Tesco's, it's not my own. We want some nice thick chunks. So we'll get some of those. Now, what we should do, I might actually do that. Let's be a bit naughty here, because I know on one of my trays I've got some garlic.
Oh, here.
Aha. Let's get a piece of garlic. Take the ends off.
So, suggestions are...
Yeah. Oh,
Game.
I've just taken the side off. I'm just going to rub it on my bread. Bit of garlicky toast. Oh.
Okay. Game.
Yeah.
Duck.
Duck. Yeah.
Lunch
Oh.
and Munchin says, how about a Boxing Day spread? Now,
What's that for you, Lunch and Munchin? We're all different. So, what is that, Simon, for you? We here, Boxing Day is going to be tapas. We think.
Oh, no, I'm rethinking.
Oh, we're rethinking. Here, Boxing Day is not going to be tapas. It's going to be curry, by the sounds of it.
I think we're going to go for curry.
Curry. Oh, fair enough.
So Mary Pemberton.
I left my oil inside now.
Hasn't,
I left it on the end of the
oh
counter.
my goodness, I don't
Go
get
on,
them.
we'll do it in a minute. Yeah, Mary Pemberton.
Has suggested, I think it's, or originally she put Hansen's Temptation, but has now put Jansen's Temptation. No idea what that is.
I've never even heard of that.
No.
Maybe Mary, you need to come and do the cook.
Chris Leonard has said pheasant
Never met
partridge,
Mary, by the way.
pheasant, partridge or duck, because they're all in season and we could do with encouraging more people to eat them.
Yes, and I've got a friend who shoots, so I will talk to Rob and see if we can get some pheasant or partridge.
Someone has said a suckling pig and said, I'm really sorry, but I've got a freezer full of pork.
Yeah, we're not
That's
going to do suckling pig. We're not going to buy any more pork because we have our own pig and some in our freezer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bubbles.
So lunch and munch is on our wavelength. Bubble and squeak and anything that goes with pickles.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we could do that.
Kind of guy.
Yeah. You've not met Simon.
No.
Yeah.
Mary's also mentioned a Swedish potato dish.
Oh, Mary, can you drop us just a DM at the end of this or something? And now what?
Martin Hawkins. I foolishly bought a case of non-alcoholic beer in error. Do you have any reference for that for Christmas?
He's a cheeky bugger. Thank
gotta
you,
get the
Martin.
oil.
He's saying that because I bought a case of non-alcoholic beer by mistake for the classes, and then proceeded to give him one when he came to a class. I said, here you go. He goes, that's alcohol free. I don't want that. And I had no idea. Yeah, thanks for reminding me,
Right,
Martin. I'll never get over that one, will I?
Cool.
Just wait for my oil to
Yep.
turn up. She's on her way. I put it on the end of the counter to collect it, and totally forgot about it. So,
Just had a
how we
little chat
doing?
with
12.
Mum whilst I was in there.
Oh yeah,
She's all right.
you can't have a chat with her. You've got the mic on.
Okay, so
Right, bit of oil going on these.
thanks, Simon, for that suggestion. We'll have a look at Saturday Kitchen.
Saturday kitchen.
Yeah, they've just done a Swedish potato dish.
Oh,
Niklas, Niklas, whatever his name is, the Swedish
Eulentrop?
guy.
oh no, Erkstadt. Sorry, we've got friends who live in Germany. I thought she was talking about him because occasionally he watches. So let's see if we can get a couple of these on. I'm sure we can. Let's get them around the edges. Or we might get 3 on. Or 4.
Oh, look at that, made to measure.
Yeah. So they're all on. Our soup's warming up. Right, I'm going to wash my hands slightly.
I'm no cost.
Slightly? How can you wash your hands slightly? My soap's gone. Oh, it's on the floor down the back. I'm not even going to try and get to that. Oh, the wind's had it. Right. Let's have a look. How are we doing? Smelling good. I'm going to go up a little bit more. Chicken Yakitori Skewers. They're looking good. Right. Let's have a look at our pies. Oh, I'm tempted to call one or two of those. They're looking good.
Yeah.
That one's not cooking.
Don't catch the bottoms.
So we're going to go for a move around again. I'm not going to catch the bottoms. 5 more minutes. Oh, what? I need to wipe my hands on something. Sorry, this is my barbecue coat. It can be filthy. Right, let's have a look at our soup.
Can't see for the...
For the steam,
yeah.
sorry.
Yes.
Oh, how are these? A little bit more. Right. So, what haven't I done? I've told you how to do pretty much everything. So, I need
Can
to
you
speed
just show
stuff up.
Churchwood that we've got the RB 73 on?
Yeah, it's on. We
It's
could
not-
do with another log or two. We got a bit worried. I mean, it's on casters. The top will be hot, so I'll probably put a pair of these on. But it's on casters. So I was a bit worried last night because it will move around. Now the wind's picking up. Hello. It's on. So, but you can take the chimney out. I was worried last night it was going to blow around the garden and hit one of the blaze units, so I tucked it away down there.
But yes,
But
it
yeah.
is on.
It is on. It's hot. It's nice. I'll put another couple of. I'll do the logs afterwards. Right. Our soup. The way I like to serve it, and I'm going to tip some of it out now into these. I like to serve it in individual portions, but in the big green egg basting pots. So while those croutons do their thing, oh yeah, they'll be good. Let's flip that. While they're going, while they're doing their thing, I'm going to stir some of this. Here we go. Hold on tight for the ride. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
iPad nearly blew over then. It might just... that'd be fine.
So we'll get some of our soup in there. Make sure you get some onions in. Oh. The rest of that we'll carry on doing for our lunch. Well, I like to do it in these little pots. So we'll get one of those in there. Now, if you do it in these little pots, be careful. I'm going to take some of this off. Be careful with them. Here comes the rain as well. It's going to be good. That you don't grab
Good for
them.
who?
Yeah.
Huh? Good for who?
Yeah. Be careful that you don't grab the handles. So I'm going to get some cheese in these. So a good dollop of cheese on the top because we want that to melt down in there.
Oh.
Okay. I've got more than I need. Now, if you've done this really carefully, and I'm going to rush this a little bit, we'll grab these bits of toast. We'll shut the lid. We're just going to take the edges off because they're a little bit big.
Nick, can I just
Yeah.
do you a favour?
Yeah.
Can you give a shout out to Sydney? 6, who's watching and he's currently making your chocolate brownies.
Oh, Sydney. Welcome. Chocolate brownies. Absolutely epic. You're going to love those. Thank you for watching. So who does Sydney belong to?
Mark C.
Morning, Mark C as well. Right. The reason I chopped them down is because you can then, and I've probably got too many, get them to sit on the top. Bit more cheese on them because you want that to melt on the top.
Oh, nice.
And now we're going to leave those to cook down nicely. Right, that's those. I'll take one of those off. Let's have a look at our skewers. These are taking a little bit longer than I expected, as usual, but looking good. Oh,
Nice.
they don't even need basting a second time. They're doing well. Right, let's get our pies. I like having the 3 MiniMax. I don't have to move far.
I know. You do.
What are you laughing at?
So Mark said, thank you very much. Super grinning boy now.
Super grinning. Well, there you go. Move those out of the way. Right, let's get our pies. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of tidying up first, Andy, while I just make my board a little bit cleaner because I want to put my pies on there to get them out.
I'm going to pan in on here with
Be able to type.
just so that everything is getting
Oh.
right child. It's
What?
all right.
Can somebody invent wipes that don't come out in 72 at a time? They're rubbish. Okay. Nice clean
Everyone
board.
is really enjoying the cook. It's good. Everyone's
Awesome.
having lots of fun. And
Awesome. Right. Yeah. Andy's nose is about to drop off. Ah, tell you what else we've forgotten everything today.
now what have you forgotten?
Our little pastry scoopers.
Oh, they're not coming out just that they need to cool.
Yeah, but they'll be cool in a minute or two out here.
Yeah, you get a grip.
Yeah, we're going to
Okay.
got.
Chapping freezing.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Helena told. So basically, with these pies, when you make them, once you put the lid on, you're then supposed to put them back in the fridge. So she said, "Can you go and put them in the fridge?" I said, "I'll just put them out by the barbecue because it's actually colder out here than it is in the fridge." So this one, I might just chuck it on now. It's been in the fridge. It's been out here.
Hold on, I've just seen a question while Helena's
Yeah.
gone in. Hold on. I might have missed it. Hold on, 2 seconds, sorry, I did see one. Oh, yeah, Franco. Roughly, how long will a 3-kilogram porchetta take to cook on the rotisserie?
Ah, but you cook it slowly. So, well, I do.
I probably...
Yeah, so Franco, I like to cook it relatively slowly because I like to get the pork up to nearly 80 degrees. Now you can serve it at 60 something, but I like to start breaking it all down. So if you look at my recipe on the website, I think I do it for about 4 hours. Do it nice and slowly, and then turn the temperature up at the end to crackle all the fat. So I think it's about 4 hours off the top of my head. I haven't done one in a little while, and maybe that's another dish we should do. Right, let's have a look. Oh, our cheese is melting. Our soup is starting to boil in there. Now there's only 2, so that's you and Mama, I guess. I don't know. We'll work that bit out. Oh, right. Do you think I could wrestle one out yet? Is that?
You can try. Just be
Well, I can put
gentle.
2 over here, can't I, on our board, and then we'll try and wrestle one out. There's no wrestling needed. Oh.
Look at that, check it fun.
Now it works better on the large. It's not too bad,
It's all right.
just slightly over. But there you go. Now a little dusting of icing sugar, which we're not going to do out here today because it'd be like it was snowing.
We've already got rid of the flour.
Yeah. So we've got those. Let's grab one of these nice hot pots of soup. Let's take that one. I'll leave the other one cooking. I'm just going to let it cool a bit before I put it on the board. And then let's have one last. How are we doing for time?
It's 12:10.
Oh, we're doing all right. 5 minutes. I don't think these are going to be quite ready, but that's good because
Oh, they look amazing.
62, not bad. 58, so not quite. But we're going to do them with a stir-fried rice for our lunch. So, yeah, we weren't going to do that outside. That wasn't part of the plan until about 10 o'clock this morning. So we're going to do a nice stir fry. The rice is cooking indoors. We should really cool it down, but we haven't got time. We're just going to chuck it all together and we'll have a stir fried rice. I'll take one of those skewers out in a minute to put it on the board to present it. So pies, soup. Hopefully this won't. Should have cooled down now. Put our soup on there. Now obviously it would be better if you grilled the top of it a little bit more, so left it in a little bit longer. What I will do is grab one of these skewers to put on. That one is looking particularly good.
Can you catch it?
Yeah.
Oh, done.
So he's not finished, but we'll put him on. Oh, in fact I might just take another one just because they look better on a photo with two. So there we go. So this week's cook in the rain and the storm, and we'll finish it off. We have blueberry and Rumtopf tarts. They'll work really well on the large. We've got French onion soup with a big garlic crouton covered in Comté cheese. You've got to put Comté cheese in there. Oh, delicious. And then we've got our chicken yakitori skewers with spring onions in between the chicken, and we're going to serve that with some fried rice, maybe some egg fried rice, or we'll work that bit out when we get indoors. So, thank you very much. Big Green Eggs. If you want to buy a Big Green Egg and want it delivered for Christmas, orders have to be in by the 10th. Their last deliveries will go out on the 17th, so I think they'll deliver the couple of days before Christmas. Thank you to everyone who's bought one this week. We have sold 5 MiniMaxes. Incredible. It is the season of the MiniMax, but it's such a good egg. I mean, look at that. We've got loads of skewers, not loads of skewers. We've got the tandoor ring still. We've got rotisserie still. Helena still wants a spare room back, so please buy a few more of those. What else have we need to say? The deal on the Kamado Space is on until Sunday or Monday, I think. They are an extra £100 off with a free cover. They will be £2,899 plus a cover, so £3,049. At the moment, they're £2,499 with all of those. So yeah, we've got those. I think that's about it. Yeah. Follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, please. We're nearly at 1,000, which means we can then start to do some other stuff. Some different types of cooks. Sorry, that's this catching. I haven't pushed it in properly. It's catching on something. Yeah, otherwise, we will see you next week. Let us know what you thought of the microphones. Did they help?
Yeah, they definitely did. Lots of people said
Oh, perfect.
It's not been windy at all. So.
Okay, it is howling here, and that's really good. The fluffy bit helps. We're going to put the soup back on. We're going to get our lunch ready, and we will see you all next week. So thank you to the team. Anything from you, Helena?
No, just can you wrap up because I'm freezing.
Okay. On that note, we're done. So see you all next week, guys. Cheers for that. Bye.